Okay, so our opponent plays a pretty busted rare and shakedown heavy. Let's go ahead and kill that. Thank God we had the Grizzly Sigil when we did, and then play our own shakedown heavy. Hello, Daily Drafters. Today is Tuesday, May the 3rd, and thanks for joining me for today's Daily Draft. Hopefully you can see me again. I am trying out a different setup as far as the face cam goes. So we're going to hope that this setup can work for us. We're going to hop into our Tuesday edition of the Daily Draft here today. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you are a subscriber, thanks for checking in on the video. And if you are not yet a subscriber, we'd love to have you along. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button. And you'll then have access to the most consistent, high-quality MTG Limited content on YouTube. We do a ton of drafts here at Daily Draft, and if you're interested in watching Streets of New Capenna Limited, we are the place to do it. So happy to have you here. Hopefully the face cam is working again today. If not, we'll get it working. It'll do what it does. Let's take a look here. 2 mana, Unlicensed Hearse. It's a star. You can tap, exile up to 2 cards from a single graveyard, and its power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards exiled with. This is pretty good, and it's colorless. I think it's where I'm going to land. There's Nightclubber, which I've been very impressed with. This has been a really, really good uncommon. There's Cabaret Charm, which I do like these kind of green-white, red-green based aggressive decks. Expendable Lackey is great. Corrupt Court Official is great. The lands are always good. We got a good pack here. Maybe we'll have time to talk about Witness Protection here at some point in this draft, but I'm going to go ahead and take the colorless rare to start and see if we can go from there. Okay, pack 2. We have a ton of lands here. Any one of these are a decent option. We've also got Mage's Attendant, 3 mana, 3/2. When it ETBs, make a 1/1, and you can pay 1, sacrifice that creature, that 1/1, and then it counters a non-creature spell unless they pay 1. It's pretty good. It's 2 bodies for 3 mana. There's also Murder here. And I think those are the 2 picks it's between. Honestly, I would not fault you if you wanted to take either of these lands, but I really do like Mage's Attendant. I think more than Murder. That one's close. But they both impressed. Murder's been good. So I'm going to take the Mage's Attendant here and see where that goes. Ooh, Quasar Augur of Agonies. That's a fun one. 4 mana, 3/4. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent loses a life and you gain a life. That might just have to be the pick. We do have Strangle here, but that doesn't go very well with Mage's Attendant because red-white is not really a deck in the format. Botanical Plaza does go well with Mage's Attendant, and honestly, if Quasar weren't here, I'd probably take the Plaza. Everything else in this pack is pretty replaceable. I mean, Killshot is decent, but I'd probably rather have a land over that. Midnight Assassin is decent, but same thing. So I'm just going to take Quasar and see if Esper happens to be open in our seat. Okay, so we got Grizzly Sigil here, which I have liked. It's a good casualty card. It's 1 mana, deal 1, gain 1. Or if you sacrifice a 1-power creature, it's 1 mana, deal 4, gain 4, which has been pretty good. Deal Gone Bad is also very good. Whack is another good one, especially against white creatures, obviously. It is a sorcery, though, to note. Not a lot of good blue or white. So if we wanted to lean towards Quasar kind of thing, I think we're going to take one of these black cards, even though I know white-black is not really the way we want to go here. But I think something like Rock's Pummeler or Kaldia's Strongarm is pretty good, though. But I think all of these are enough better. I think I'm going to take Deal Gone Bad here, but I'm not married to it necessarily. We're just kind of seeing what's open here in the seat. So out of the way, 4 mana instant, bounce a creature, draw a card. Cost 2 less if they have a green permanent. That's probably going to be the pick here. There's Sky Crier to go along with Mage's Attendants. I've liked the blue-white Flyers build. Here's Witness Protection. So here's a time to talk about this because some of you might be thinking about taking Witness Protection here. I'm not a big fan of this card. It's a 1 mana turn something into a 1/1. And while it's situationally good, it's got obviously board states where it can be very good. Other times, I mean, look, they're still left with a 1/1. So what if we had a casualty card in hand? We could still sacrifice that 1/1. There's a lot of things you can do with the 1/1 body that make it relevant. If there are counters on a creature out of the way, or Witness Protection doesn't deal with them because it turns it into a 1/1 with counters on it. So all that's important. Lots of good blue and black here. So blue-black could be the way to go. We have one of each color here plus a Quasar. I think we're going to take the land over. I know Body Dropper is very good. Mayhem Patrol is very good. All these cards are very good. But I think we need to make sure whatever we're doing, especially if we want to play Quasar or anything like that, that our mana is going to be set up to do so. So we got to take these lands early. Interesting pick here. We got Girder Goons, Corrupt Court Official, and Maestro's Theater. This gets Swamp, Island, or Mountain. And I think blue-black is looking to be what's open in this seat. I think I'm going to take the land over the Girder Goons or Corrupt Court Official here. That could be wrong. We do have a land already. And I do really like both of these cards. You know what? I think I'm actually going to take the Court Official over the land here. This is one of the top black commons in my opinion. And I think the top 2 to 3 commons in each color you should be taking over, over the lands. But the lands over basically all the other commons. So here we have an interesting pick. We've got Forge Boss, which the red-black deck does really seem to be open here. We saw a late Body Dropper earlier, so that could be important. But there's also a Run Out of Town, and I think blue-black has seemed a little bit open too. So red-black and blue-black both seem to be a little bit open here in our seat. So it's interesting which way you want to go, but because we already have Out of the Way and Quasar, Deal Gone Bad, Corrupt Court Official, all that kind of stuff, I think I'm going to go with Run Out of Town for that reason. Witness Protection came back, see, so people are kind of onto that. But I really like Lackey, especially in blue-black. So we're going to take the Expendable Lackey here and be totally fine with that. Tramway Station, good pickup. I don't like Case the Joint. Don't like Make Disappear. Rafine's Informant's fine, but we want to lean into a 2-color pair, and maybe we splash a Quasar like another card or something. But we'll take the Tramway Station in case we wanted to go into red. Maestros instead of Obscura. Here's Join the Maestros. Actually, I think I'm going to take the Parcel over the Maestros. Haven't seen this card played yet. It seems like it could be powerful, but you never know. Broker's Veteran, decent little 2-drop if we can't find anything better. Demon's Due to cut black, but I don't know if we'll play it. And then Tavern Swindler doesn't really fit in this format. Not really sure why it's here. So we do have Demon's Due, which could be good with Quasar. So that's something to note. Let's see. If we're leaning blue-black here, we've got Join the Maestros, we've got Broker's Veteran, Rafine's Silencer. Haven't seen this in play yet, but it seems like it could be good. Extraction Specialist. I'm not sure this one's good enough to splash in a blue-black deck. It could be. I played with it once and it was like fine. It wasn't outstanding. There's Glamorous Outlaw, which kind of fixes for itself if we go blue-black. I think it's between Silencer, Veteran, Outlaw, and Specialist here. And let's take a look at our curve. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Silencer. I want to try this card out. I've already tried this one. These are just commons. I want to try out the Silencer. It seems like it has high potential. So I'm going to see if it works for us. Another Quasar. That could be interesting. Deal Gone Bad. Vampire's Scrivener. I don't know where that fits in the format either. There's not really a life gain deck. Well, it's kind of a combo with Quasar. Every turn it gets a counter. That's interesting. But I don't think I want to take it this early. There's also Echo Inspector, and I think I'm going to land on Echo Inspector over a second Quasar. This card's just really, really good, and we're not even sold we want to be white yet. We're just in it for the Quasar. We could open a good red card. We have some red fixing, too. So I'm going to take the Echo Inspector. It's already good with the one Quasar we have, so we'll just stay down that route. Now we've got Grizzly Sigil, Expendable Lackey, Obscura Initiate, Snooping Newsy. All these are really, really good. I think I'm going to take the Newsy because I think we're, at this point, almost assuredly blue-black. So we're going to take the Newsy here. Would love to wheel any of these cards or the Tramway Station. That would be great. We'll take the blue-black 2-drop. Now we have a lot. Oh my gosh. All of the Quasars. So we have Girder Goons and Dusk Mangler. So are we looking to be... We're not really looking to be that aggressive. We're kind of controlling with this deck. So Dusk Mangler could be pretty good. I really, really like me a Girder Goons. It's one of my favorite cards so far here in the format. I think it's between Mangler and... I think I'm going to take the Mangler here over the Goons and Quasar. One of these might even come back if Obscura is that open, but I'm not sure how good... Like, you can't have multiples of these on the battlefield at the same time, so I think that's the tiebreaker as to why I'm not taking multiple Quasars here, but I'm open to listening to arguments on that front. Okay, so I think it's a pretty easy waterfront district here over a Broker's Veteran number 2, or Cutthroat Contender. Broker's Hideout isn't really the one we want, but we're going to take the waterfront district. Shattered Seraph. I've been less impressed with this one. This one's just very, very expensive. So we already have 1 7-drop, so how many of those do we need? I think I'm going to take the Obscura Initiate. This one has impressed me. 3 mana 2/2 can gain lifelink. Another Witness Protection. See, these are flying around the table here. So we'll take Obscura Initiate. Quick Draw Dagger has been pretty impressive too. I might take that. We do have 10 creatures. Probably not playing the Attendants here. Maybe we find the fixing for this. I think I'm going to take the Dagger over a bunch of not really anything. So... Okay, so Scuttling Butler, we only have Newsy and Quasar, so this isn't really going to do it for us. There is a Witness Protection, there's Security Bypass, which I don't think is for us. Gilded Pinions, we're not really an aggressive deck. I'll take this protection, and maybe we can run it just to like see how it does in our deck for all those that are suspect of it being a good or bad card. Because if we don't end up with like a murder... We already have a deal gone bad. But if we don't end up like a murder or another run out of town or something like that, we might need to run a Witness Protection. Okay, what's our curve looking like? Not awful. I guess Halo Scarab over a second parcel here, but I don't know if we really want to run that. Never put this card in your deck. We're on draft number 5 of the format here. 2 people have lost me by just playing this. I'll take Glamorous Outlaw. It fixes for itself. Actually, yeah, I'm going to take Rooftop Nuisance. Forgot about that card. Sigil and Lackey came back. That's great. I don't know what to take. I think I'm going to take the Sigil over the Lackey because we already have one and a Court Official. Both really, really good sack fodder to that. But I do really like Lackey as well. I would have loved to have a copy of that. Another copy. Take Ruiner, but I don't think that's for our deck. And a Broken Wings. Let's see if we can find in pack 3. Cemetery Tampering. 3 mana, Hideaway 5. Beginning your upkeep, you may mill 3. Then if there are 20 or more cards, you may play the Exile card without paying its mana cost. This is a bad one, so we're not taking that. We've got Tavern Swindler. No thank you. Body Dropper, but we're not really going red. Obscura Storefront could be exactly what we want over Metamorphosis. I think I'm going to take the Obscura Storefront. That gives us 2 free white sources to splash. We could even consider splashing Attendant, to be honest. We've only got Attendant and Quasar right now, so I'm going to take the Storefront. Shakedown Heavy. Oh boy. 3 mana, 6/4 Menace. Whenever it attacks, defending player may have you draw a card. If they do, untap it and remove it from combat. This card is ridiculous. I don't know why this exists. It's a 3 mana 6/4 with Menace that could hardly be called a downside. This is insane. If you play this on turn 3 and they can't immediately murder it, you basically win. So thank you, Shakedown Heavy. You love to see it. Hostile Takeover. This is an absolute must splash. We have a Tramway and an Ominous Parcel right now. We have to splash Hostile Takeover. This is great. So what this does is it guarantees your best creature to live. It guarantees their best creature to die, then deals 3 to everything. It is an insane card. It's busted me once already in this format, and I've seen it bust other people too. So passing on some good things. Nightclubber, Corrupt Court Official, Echo Inspector, but we have to find a way to fit that card into our deck here. Riveteers is not the land we want. And honestly, there's not a lot here that we want. As far as blue-black, Psionic Snoop, and ETBs and Connives, Maybe it's defensive enough. I mean, Maestro's Initiate might be what I go with just to trade with something and then get some card advantage later. Revel Ruiner's not for us. So we're going to take, I guess we'll just take Initiate here. Not happy about a ton of that. All right, so here's between Sewer Crocodile and Girder Goons. I'll just take the Goons. Yep. Girder Goons. 5 mana 4/4. When it dies, create a tapped 2/2. You can also blitz it, but I don't know how much we'll be doing that. Another Dusk Mangler. Another Lackey. A Midnight Assassin. Vampire Scrivener. I think I'm going to take the Lackey here as a really, really good cheap drop. Works with Grisly Sigil. Just an early play. These fish can help us a little bit later in the game if we need to push through some damage here, but I don't think we need another 7-drop. Always err on the side of taking the cheaper creature. Another Snooping Newsy is wonderful. What's our curve looking like for 5 in the graveyard? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and some lands. It's pretty good. But yep, we're taking the 2-drop here in Snooping Newsy, please. Deal Gone Bad. Yes, please. We'll take another one of these. We're a little light on removal here. I'd like to have more. I wish I had a Murder. But I took the Attendant over the Murder, which I still think I stand by. Obviously, retrospectively, I'd like to have the Murder over the Attendant, but at the time, I think it was the correct pick. So we'll take a Deal Gone Bad here. Probably going to run 2. Fatal Grudge is very good. I don't know if it's worth a splash, but we're not playing a 3rd Tavern Swindler, so let's just put this one in here for now. We'll see. Crooked Custodian, another Parcel. Don't like Offer You Can't Refuse, and Rogue's Gallery. Same thing. Guess we could take another Parcel. I think we're fine in 1 and 2 drops. Custodian to trade with something, I guess, and have another 2-drop option. I doubt we're playing it. Maybe the Snoop. These don't matter, and that doesn't matter. All right, let's see how to build this deck here. Okay, so we have the white splash with Mage's Attendant and Quasar. And we have a red splash and Hostile Takeover and maybe Fatal Grudge. This card is very good. I think the Hostile Takeover plus Fatal Grudge splash is better than Attendance plus Quasar. With double Lackey, Corrupt Court Official. These are cards, and like Halo Scarab, we don't mind sacrificing these to Fatal Grudge. So I don't think we need the Attendants. How many free white sources do we have? We have 1, 2, and we have double Parcel for a single Quasar. I think we can probably pull that off. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for these 2 cards is probably what we want. Maybe 4 we could get away with, but we still need to make a ton of cuts too. So let's see how we want to do that. So I'm going to cut Witness Protection. It's not going to make the deck here. Sorry everyone who wanted to see it. Psionic Snoop seems like an easy cut. Crooked Custodian seems like a fine cut. I don't think Quick Draw Dagger is going to be for us. We're not really looking to be that style of deck. As good as of a card as I think it is. Demon's Due is probably a cut. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 17. So we still have 3 more cuts here. I do like Rooftop Nuisance. It's good with Quasar. It's good with double Lackey, Corrupt Court Official, things like that. As far as the rest of these creatures here, I think I want to keep them all. Something on the chopping block is maybe Initiate. Come on. There you go. Maybe like a Halo Scarab or a Broker's Veteran. Ominous Parcel number 2, maybe depending on our fixing. Maybe Fatal Grudge isn't worth it. Yeah, I don't think Fatal Grudge is worth the splash. And then in that case, we probably don't need another Ominous Parcel. I do like the rest of our non-creatures, though. This is like kind of a creature. Yeah, I think I'd like to keep all these. So it's down to cutting a creature here, which we'll be at 14, so that's plenty. So it's probably, I think I want to keep the silencer, although this could be the correct cut. The veteran, the Halo Scarab. I think I'm going to cut the initiate. And probably run it like this. And let's see, now we have 1, 2, 3 white sources, 4 if you count the parcel, and then 1, 2, 3 for the hostile takeover, just for a single splash on each of these with a base blue-black deck. Yeah, I think this looks fine to me. Excited about this one. I haven't been impressed by these kind of control decks so far in the format, like Obscura and Maestro Control. I think aggro's kind of king so far from what I've kind of experienced, but this deck seems like it has some power. We're lacking a little bit in the removal department, which is what control decks really need, but we have a good amount of creatures to interact on the board. So, all right, we are on the play, and we can lead with probably Snewsies, I would think. Oop, wrong one. Yeah, let's go Snewsies. Alright, a land and a 4-drop. Okay. This isn't really threatening to be a 3/3 anytime soon. But Rafine's Silencer lines up very well against Attended Socialite here. So I'm going to hold back for a turn, play this. And then we are going to get the counter no matter what. Ooh, and Rooftop Nuisance can casualty it next turn to kill some things. So that's pretty good. I like the Snewsies, I like the removal spell, I like everything here, to be honest. We have a 0 and a 4. So probably want to put a 1 or a 3. I want to keep the Snewsies because this is going to be a 5 here at some point, and we're going to sacrifice this probably next turn. It's between Corrupt Court Official and Initiate. I think I'm going to do this, but that could be wrong here, so... Okay, so no blocks if they do this now, which I'm sure they will. No attacks, no plays. Okay. So, we're fine just letting the game go a little bit here, so let's make you discard a card. Discard a land, and no attacks. Are they going to light their turn on fire? Yes, they will. Glittermonger. It's a little hard to get through. No blocks here. Alright, so I want to hit my land drops. So I think I'm going to Nuisance with Casualty. Targeting both of these. I think I'm actually going to sack this one instead of the Silencer. Because we already got the value out of that. So I want to see if we can hit our land drops. There's a land. So we'll play that. And then get on in there. We're going to put a 1-drop into the yard. And I think that should be 5. Yeah, it will be 5 for the Snewsies. Alright, hopefully they don't get a 3/4 here. If they do, then Snewsies can't attack. Could run in out of town. Alright, so they do have a 3/4. We can attack here and trade with it, which is pretty good. I think I'm going to offer that. See if they take it. I doubt it. Okay. I think I'm going to get this going go get a land. It's probably going to turn them into 3/3s, I would think. Ooh, that's very good. And then I'm going to go get that white. Because we have all the rest. Alright. Now they can attack here, but we have a bunch of lifelinkers on the back, plus a removal spell here. That was quite the mill by Newsy, putting 2 cards we can get value out of the graveyard. So that's pretty good. All right, double 3/4 flyers. Don't like to see that. Okay. And now we can run out of town this one and really have good attacks here. Oh, shakedown heavy. That's also just really good. We can go heavy plus broker's veteran. Interesting. I mean, we are going to take 6 down to 8, but we have a couple lifelinkers here, so I'm actually going to get this down. We can make a treasure, that's what they're doing here, so... Shakedown heavy and broker's veteran, and I think I'll pass on that. They pretty much have to deal with this. And if we draw a land, we can go run out of town and expendable lackey. Ledger Shredder. Yeah, that's a good one. Bunch of flyers here. Gonna get to connive, I'm sure. Okay, so we'll take 6. Alright, so I think we're gonna have to hold up, run out of town here. So let's get in with everything but the broker's veteran, I think. Gain a bunch of life. Let's see if they give us the card here. Probably have to. It's got menace. Nope. Alright, go to blockers. I mean, they're taking 14 right now, so they have to do something. Okay, so we can do this here. We can run that out of town, or run this out of town, and then kill that and eat it. I wonder if that's worth it here, as opposed to just getting rid of an Echo Inspector. They do have mana up, so they can do things too. But I think I'm going to try to get this value of going for the 2-for-1, because we'll be left with a lifelinker as well. Let's see if they have a response. Okay, so they'll make a treasure. They're thinking, so they probably have something. Okay, so they put it on the bottom. We did get the value. And then we'll just make fish. Alright, they are down to 5. We're back up to 14. Oh, they're just going to sack the land? Oh, yeah. That's great. It's good news for us. So we have to take 7, but, like, then they're dead. So, can't really attack. We don't have outstanding attacks, to be honest. I mean, these Echo Inspectors are doing a good job holding everything back. If we draw a land, we can do Mangler, which will be good. Sack the Veteran, probably. Although we might have Lethal now, because this has Menace. Depends if they play out their hand or something. Got anything? Okay, they're just going to pass here. Alright, well, things could go horribly wrong if we go for it. Let's say we go for it and they kill this, they eat this, and bounce that. They take 3, and then we lose everything. It's probably not worth going for it, considering we have Echo Inspector as backup and another fish coming. So let's just get in like this. I mean, they clearly have something, so... Could also do Quasar plus Lackey. Alright, so they're going to just let us draw a card here. Now we can do Mangler, but then we have to discard one of these. I don't really like that. Ooh, but they do die because they lose 4 life, so maybe I do like that. Alright, well I guess we're going to go for it. We just sack a creature too. We only have to do one of them. Oh, this card is so good. Alright, you gotta gain life now. Awesome! Man, Dusk Mangler, what a card. Same with Shakedown Heavy. Awesome. Let's go on. Okay, so a turn 3 Shakedown Heavy, this is going to be hard to mulligan. So we got Snewsies into Heavy, and that's our game plan pretty much. Dusk Mangler going to rot in our hand for a while, but they're definitely not putting the pressure on us. So at least there's that. So we'll start with Snewsies. And put 2 lands, which is awkward because we kind of needed those. So. Uh-oh. Alright, do I want to play this into open mana? Broker's Charm can counter a spell, I think? Or is it just an instant or sorcery? See, did they get priority? They are, but it could just be the parcel. Alright, so let's bluff this attack here, because no reason not to. Alright, so they'll just let it happen. I'm going to check on Broker's Charm real quick. Nope, okay, that one is in... I think it's Obscura that counters an instant or sorcery. So, I'm going to feel real bad if this gets countered, but turn 3 Shakedown Heavy is going to be so hard to beat. So let's see if they can do anything about it. Okay, so it resolved. Now do they have removal for it? They do not. Alright. And pass. Interesting. Alright, what do you got now? Gonna give us a card. Kill shot. I see. I see. Yeah, that does it. I don't know if that was worth playing around, but it's alright. Cards get removed all the time. Things happen. Okay, we'll make them discard one. Now they're down to 2 cards in hand, so deal with that. And then Broker's Veteran here. And Rooftop Nuisance could be pretty good next turn if they play another creature. We could sack the Corrupt Court Official here. Still nothing. Interesting. Alright, well, I'll get in. We could use this to kill that thing, but gosh, I don't really care. I mean, at some point they can pump 5 mana into it, so they'll just like stop us from hitting them, but again, like, if that's how they want to use their whole turn, then sure. Sure, draw 2 cards. And then see what I got coming here. Alright, that's something we can kill. And I think I'll do it now. And I'm going to mill us because of the Newsy here. 4 drop, 1 drop. So this is at 4 now. And I'll just get in. And then play this here. And pass it back. Okay, now we have good Rooftop Nuisance targets. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and casualty this, targeting here, sacking that, drawing 2 cards. Now we have this turned on. Awesome, awesome. And then we'll go Newsy. And then get in for what? 7? 6? Alright, they're down to 8. And both their creatures are tapped. What do you got? They can kill something for a lot of mana. Initiate, okay. We can kill that. Yeah, let's just try to kill it here. We've already got this turned on and stuff, so I'm gonna mill them just for purposes of not wanting to get too low in our library. Wow. That's just some power. Okay, so they can't kill anything, so we're gonna win. Sweet curve out there. On the play, no play till 3. We do have one of the best cards in our deck in our hand, so we're gonna keep it. We do have to find a red source as well, which is awkward, because we don't want to draw like a lot more lands, really. But Corrupt Court Official into Grizzly Sigil or something like that's going to be pretty good. Hypnotic Grifter is a good one. Do not want to see more lands, particularly non-red lands. Thought I said I don't want to see more lands. Okay, so they got some sort of priority there for that turn. Didn't do anything with it. We can't block here because of their ability to pay 3 to connive, so that'll hit us. We have a lot of outs here. I mean, we have access to 6 mana already, so, I mean, the only card we can't cast on our deck is Duskmangler, and we're on our way. Alright, so Hypnotic Grifter, conniving, and not getting the extra thing. Another land. Guess we'll do this one and get a black here. So we already have our white. Then we'll just give that lifelink because we got nothing else to do. So, alright, now we have all the lands we need. So no more lands the rest of the game, and we are good to go. Connive again. Darn. Okay, what do you got? Jesus. Okay, so what's interesting about Grizzly Sigil here... Let's see, if it was dealt non-combat damage this turn, it will deal 3. So if we sacrifice this, the shield counter will eat the first one. And then the second one won't see it. So it doesn't work how we want it to. So that sucks. Guess we have to run this out of town and they put it on top and replay it next turn. I mean, this card's insane. Alright, so they'll put it on top. I mean, it's just a tempo play. It's really all we can do. I mean, we've got 7 lands here and 3 non-lands the entire game. 2 we can't cast, really. So, they're likely to play Falco Spara once again. We could trade a shield counter for Grizzly Sigil, but that feels pretty bad. It does open up Hostile Takeover being able to kill this, but we need to find a red before we can do that, so... Okay, that's certainly something. This is green, right? Yep, this costs 2 less to cast here. So let's bounce it to their hand again. All of the tempo plays. Rooftop Nuisance, not bad. Tap that down next turn. They still get to get the value out of it. We can sigil it away at some point. Ideally, if we find a card, like a creature we're willing to sacrifice. Alright, what do they have for 1 green mana? I don't know. But we're just going to get on in there because we got nothing else to do. Play Falco again? As far as adjudicators. Okay, and then this can't attack or block. Yeah, yep. Don't like to see that. So I guess we're just nuisancing this. If we waited, we can do this plus this. Sacrificing, but we need to find hostile takeover, really. No, not really going to do it either. Well, I mean, it is sacrifice fodder for Sigil. Getting rid of adjudicators, I guess. We could do that now and then get a fish as well. But I kind of want to... I mean, it's got the shield counter, so, like, what are we doing? Hostile takeover. I mean, we can use the Sigil... The long-term plan is to use the Sigil here to get rid of the shield counter and then hostile takeover, like kind of shrinking this one down and then wiping the board. But again, we have to find red to do that. But I think that's the long-term plan to win this game. Because if we just do this now, they're going to play that and then, yeah. So, need to find a red. I think we have 3 red sources in the deck. Red tap land. Mountain, and then the ominous parcel. Okay. Not really the solution here. So we can play Grizzly Sigil to just get rid of that shield counter. And again, because of Hostile Takeover, I think that's something we do want to do. So I'll cast it, just deal 1, get rid of that counter. That way they can't play their card off the top of their library. And we'll play Lackey. And is there a reason to play the Swamp here? I mean, I can't imagine in blue, green, and white they have discard to make us get rid of Hostile Takeovers, so I guess I will. We do have a couple of connives in our deck, so maybe that was a reason to hold on to it. Can't even sacrifice that because we don't have another white. Probably willing to chump the Adjudicators here with a Lackey. They have kind of a combo going with Hypnotic Grifter because they can connive and then remove that counter to play cards off their deck over and over again, so that's kind of good. We need to find a red source stat. Okay, so I'll chump the Adjudicators with a Lackey here. And then nothing. Rafine's Silencer. That's not that great. Because we're going to have to draw a card and probably discard whatever we draw. And if it's a red source, then that's really bad. So let's get in with Initiate, give it lifelink, because what else are we doing? Oh, they have the fight, Broken Wings, Destroy. Okay. Probably should have waited till I pumped it with lifelink. This can threaten to trade with Adjudicators at the very least, so I guess we'll play it here. See what we draw. Snooping Newsy. Yeah, I think it's what we got to get rid of. And then we'll make a fish. Okay, do they get the counter so they can use Falco Sparrow to get card advantage next turn? Yep. Not only do they get the counter, they get a good card into the yard. You may cast spells, so you can't play lands. We're just in desperate search of a red source here. That sucks. Yeah, I guess we're jumping here now. This is going to get too big to be dealt with by that now, so that's bad. Well, that's a card, so we'll do that. Although when this dies, it still gives something -X, so that plus Hostile Takeover is still very good. But the problem is, at this point, I mean, we're taking a lot of damage a turn, so I think I'm going to chump with the fish here. We have a very, very powerful card in hand, if we can ever find a way to cast it. Oh no, do they have the punch spell? Or the fight spell? Fight wouldn't be the end of the world, I guess, because at least they both die. Yeah, they have some way to deal with it, almost assuredly. We're just waiting on that red. Yep. So here's a spot where witness protection is good, obviously. Yeah. Guess we take 6. We have a 5% chance to draw an untapped red. Well, that's kind of getting there, but the problem is we have to take 5 now. No matter what. Okay. So we chump adjudicators with this, we chump this with a fish, and we have to take 5. Just play a bunch of X3s. Haste trample. Yeah, that probably does it. We chump here, and then we die. Yep, we couldn't quite get there in time. We had the card in hand, but we just never found the way to cast it. I think we ended up with, what was that, 8 lands in play? That's not bad. So, on to the next. Alright, on the play here with Lackey, Sigil, and Newsy, and then a couple... Dusk Mangler in the opening hand is bad, but still a fine hand. I do want to play Newsy, so I'm going to do that over Tramway Station here. Girder Goons and a Plains. I don't like to see the Plains in the yard. Because now we have to find specifically our blue-white tap lane is our only way to cast Quasar. Okay, Newsy down. Oh, almost punished for not playing the tap lane last turn, but can't know that ahead of time. Alright, they got murder mana. Oh no. Good thing we drew that. Thank God. Alright, so we're going to target this, sacking that, dealing 4 damage to it. So thank God we did that. And then we'll say, can you answer ours? Alright, do you have murder? That's the question. They do have priorities, so here comes the murder. Here comes the murder. Can you deal with our fish, though? That's the question. Die. Die to our army of fishies. An army of 1. Okay, initiate. Well, we're getting toward Dusk Mangler here, so... Out of the way, returns it to its owner's hand. Okay. Masked Bandits is... that's just a scary card. Costs 6. I'd love to return that to their hand. But they are mana screwed. Mr. Orfeo? Yeah, they're screwed on mana, so we're just going to bounce this now. The Echo Inspector's pretty good. Gonna play the District and the Inspector and probably discard whatever we draw on the Inspector here. Deal gone bad. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna do that here. Get that counter. Get on in. Gotta remember this can give Death Touch, so I'm not gonna block. And the next turn we'll probably just lose 4 life and make them sack a creature, lose 4 life, and discard a card. And have a 5/4 left. That's pretty good. So they're not going to play Orfeo this turn because they attacked already. So what are you going to do? Awkward. Yeah, we're just going to do this here. I think we'll pay 4. Now you do it all. Okay. And they got rid of Body Dropper and lost 4 life down to 8. We do have 2 unblockable threats right now. And Orfeo's not a good blocker on Dusk Mangler. That is a good blocker, because it's probably going to create a 1/1. No, they're going to get that treasure. Try to get to Mask Bandits here sooner. Alright, well, we'll get in. Do you trade both things for Dusk Mangler? I think you have to. Oh, you just chump. Alright, alright. Yeah, discard a card here. And then I think we can draw off of Waterfront District at the end of their turn and hold the mountain. Discarding Murder. Keeping 2 cards in hand. That makes me think they have the exact same card that we do. And they're going to board wipe. So let's hope that's not what it is. Plasma Jockey. Okay, that's just a body. Oh, blitzing it. Okay. Do they have some combo here that they're using? No? Okay, we go to 10. Fatal Grudge. I see what they're doing. Okay. Oh, well, didn't matter in the end, so. Got that win. Alright, on the draw. This is an interesting hand. We're going to keep it. I just don't know exactly how to sequence this. If we want to go turn 1 Lackey, and then we miss, or if we want to go turn 1 Parcel, I think I'm going to do this so that next time we can go Lackey and Parcel, followed by an Initiate. Followed by now Shakedown Heavy, I guess. Yeah, let's... Well, Corrupt Court Official could be good too, but I think I'm going to do these 2 here. Obscure Initiate, they can get a... Okay, they're not going to. Alright, well, guess we're just going to play Shakedown Heavy here and hope they can't deal with it. I said Witness Protection was not a great card in the format, but watch them play Witness Protection here and they just completely own us again. There's the Witness Protection again. So I think we need to go get a land here because we're missing it. We can play Corrupt Court Official off of it. So we'll do that. Do we have a way to kill an enchantment? I don't think so. So we trade this for that, and this will get a shield counter, but then we can deal Gone Bad that. So, yeah, let's just trade. Let them get... Oh, okay. They want to give it to something else. No plays. Alright. Any more plays? What are you doing? Nope. Okay. I think I do Quasar here. Let's grab a black. Got a counterspell? Nope. Okay. Seem to be choked on mana. I think this is just a a desperation play. I mean, I guess they didn't have an instant last turn. What do you have now? Oh yeah, it's the yeah. I knew that's what it was. I don't know why I realized it as soon as I played it. Okay, so we can do Snewsy plus one of these two. Let's see what Snewsy finds first. So it's still at 3. That was unfortunate. This is what I was thinking of. Non-land permanent? Yeah, but they could still just replay the witness protection, so it's not really even worth returning that. So, yeah, let's start a trade. Let's do this one first. Oh, God. Jeez. Hate that card. Okay, so we need a way to get through, so we can kill this. And then we're going to mill ourselves because of the snooping Snewsy. Did get up to 5. We hit... Oh, I forgot that card in our deck. Would have nice to have that. And then I guess we do this, this. I guess we just get in with everything here. If they give this thing a shield counter, I don't really care, because we're not killing it. We're just going to keep tapping it down. So we already got rid of Dusk Mangler, which kind of sucks. Okay, so they're going to bounce Initiate to our hand, most likely. Well, now we can't even tap this down. That sucks. Echo Inspector, we can't double spell. So I want to be able to double spell here, so let's start on this. Get rid of the Scarab, that's pretty easy. And I'm fine throwing one of these away for 2 damage here. So play Initiate here. Alright, can we outrace a Reservoir Kraken? I doubt it, because they're going to get a bunch of fish now. I don't think we tap this down this time, because if they want to hit us... Oh, we just go to 4. Okay. They make a fish, I guess. Yep. Yep. Alright, let's do... Don't want to tap like that. 1, 2, 3. The white card we have costs 4, and we already played it. Is that right? Yeah, so we could just tap like this. Yeah, that'll work. Get rid of that there. Not sure how much we can attack. We have to tap this down now. So if we attack like this, they block here, they go to 4. We tap that, and then we die, so we can't really even do that. Yeah, we're not in a good spot here. I hate giving them the info that we have nothing in hand. But I played... This is the rare I pop... Oh my god. Okay, so we tap that. Yeah, Night Clubber. Night Clubber. That's a card. That is a card. Okay. Alright. Let's rally. On the draw again. Never lucky. No, it's fine. Ooh, Hearse. Not good early. So we're not going to play that now. I guess we lead on Snewsy here. Another black would be great. Oh, that's unfortunate. Double 4-drops. Initiate. Okay. I think I'm going Court Official. I could go Sigil plus Hearse here. I think that's better. Don't even need a casualty. It just kills it for 1. Then we'll play Hearse. From a single graveyard. So that'll get rid of a 4-drop from our yard. Is it up to? Yeah, so we could just do theirs. I think theirs is more important to get rid of. Only gets 1 counter, but we want to keep our 4-drops for now. So let's just do that one. Go to attackers here. Interesting. Okay, so I don't think we care too much about killing that necessarily, even if it becomes a 1/4. So I'm just going to let him do it. We could still kill it if they block as a 1/4. Yeah, that's fine. No big deal. So I'm just going to make them discard a card here, and then I probably will exile the creatures from my yard. I know it gets rid of these 2 4s, but I think Snewsy is the only card in our deck that cares about the counts in our yard. Got rid of 2 lands, right? Yep. Just gonna pass here? Alright, well, let's get rid of R2. Number of cards? Oh, number of cards. Alright, for some reason I thought it was creature cards. Well, there we go. We'll just take their 2 lands then. That's even better than I thought. Okay, let's go ahead and get in, because, well, why not? Two turns away from Mangler. That's crew 2, right? Yeah. Don't think we need to crew that just yet. Especially when they open up all their mana here. Yeah, we'll pass the turn. Hold up, deal gone bad. This card seems really good. I wonder if it'll see constructed play. I mean, it exiles cards from graveyards. It gets around board wipes. There's a lot of things that care about both of those. So they're just holding up mana, hoping we're gonna crew this, huh? All right, well, I'll just keep growing it then. Don't think we need to play Deal Gone Bad here because I don't care about a 0/3. Adds another count to Snewsy here. Puts it up to 3. We'll get the white. And just play it slow, because they're just trying to hold up mana for something. So I'm not going to play into it. As soon as they tap out, then I'll crew it and hit him for 6. Okay. I don't think I want to exile cards from my yard as long as I have Snewsy on the battlefield. So I'm not going to do that. They're still leaving up all their mana for some reason. Alright, well, let's see if they want to counter this. Nope. Got rid of offer you can't refuse, okay? I'm not going to attack with Snewsy right now because they can pay a life to give this +1/+0. And I think this will become a 3/3 soon enough. And they're just holding up all their mana every turn. They're just doing nothing every turn. Which I am A-okay with. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So we don't want to exile this now because we're going to be able to play it and exile them again. So we'll go ahead and let that happen. Interesting. Oh, using a casualty spell, I assume. Casualty 2. There it is. That's a pretty good combo, to be honest. But we can tap them both down, sacrificing the court official. Does that add a count to us? Yes, it does. So we'll casualty 1, target this, sacrifice this, and target this. Draw 2 cards. Now Snewsy gets all the way up. They go to 3, and guess we can do Heavy and Lackey here. And that should probably do it unless they have a board wipe. Awesome. Yeah, our deck has some very, very powerful draws if we can hit them. But other times it kind of stumbles. So let's see. 4 and 2. On the draw with a really good hand here. I feel like every time we've had Shakedown Heavy on 3, we're on the draw. First Strike and Menace. Yeah, that's going to keep punching us for a few turns here. Mayhem Patrol. Yeah, they're getting aggressive quick. Has Menace too, right? Yeah, both of these have Menace. Alright, 2 drop and a 0. That's pretty good. Oh, God. They're just going hard. Okay. Well, we're going to pay a 6/4. And then pass the turn here. Out of the way, target's a green permanent, so can't get cheaper yet. We can play double Lackey next turn, which can do something. It's going to be a 2-1 first strike, very likely, and I think I'll double block trade it for this. But we could get blown out. I do have 3 cards in hand, though, so... Another Mayhem Patrol. Yeah, they got all the menace, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, so they're going to do that. They might have Agonize again, which would get rid of both of these, which would be awful. So maybe I do it like this, and then I could just trade this if they have another Agonize. Or Antagonize. Yeah, I guess I'll do it this way for that reason. Yeah, so they're going to kill the Shakedown Heavy somehow. There's the other Antagonize. So we only go... They get a 2-for-1 themselves there, but hopefully we can stabilize. Rafine's Silencer is going to be very, very good on this board. Let's do this. We need the land. Would have been great if it was a island. This one is going to be way too slow against them, so we'll get that up and then play the land and no attacks. And I think we just have to stabilize here. Very close to being able to. Rocks Pummeler. Yeah. It's going to have trample. Yeah, they have a good attack here. This is almost a 3/3 lifelink, so... This has trample, though. Gosh. Yeah, no blocks. Not what we're looking for here. Could do this and pitch an expendable Lackey, and this becomes a 3/3 lifelink. This doesn't have menace, does it? No. So we can block here and kill that one. We would still have to take 4 to do that. So I think we pitch the Lackey. And then no attack. So we have to take 4. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we go to 4. Trade for the shield counter. But we have 2 creatures that can now block that. And it doesn't have trample anymore. And we get to kill their Mayhem Patrol now. So that's good. Corrupt Court Official. Too little too late here. So we can go Quasar plus Lackey, which I think is what we're going to do. Oh, can't do that because we don't have the mana. But I think we need to get Quasar down. Let's do that, and we can gain some life here. Get out of lethal range. That way, if they have a removal spell, we can still trade. And then not die. Chose not to crack this for a card there, which was interesting. Yeah. Maybe they have a combat trick. They drew another combat trick? Oh, they have the punch spell. Yeah, prize fight. Okay. Well, they fight, so at least there's that. Another Snewsie, followed by an Initiate, and now we have all of the lifelink and flying, so. Yep. We should be out of range of whatever they can do, I would think. Yeah, these commons, these gold commons, Snooping Newsy, Body Dropper, these have been super, super impressive so far this format. That'll probably do it, I think. Right? I guess they're technically not exactly dead, but close enough. Okay. Keep on going here. Okay, we are on the play. Again, we don't have red. It's a little late. I think this is the same hand we kept earlier when we lost, but we're keeping it. Let's draw a tapped red source right now. Be good to go. Blue is not at all it. What do you got here? Body Dropper? Mayhem Patrol? Requisitioner. Okay. So we can't go Sigil plus Newsy. We can go Initiate and the next turn. Well, I guess we could have gone Sigil and Newsy if I had played the right land. That'd have been good. Yeah, we'll do this. So that's my bad. I think that would have been better to do. Then we wouldn't have had to take 3. They would have gotten a treasure, but like, they're going to get a treasure anyway. There's the Body Dropper. So we need to do that now. So we'll do Sigil. No casualty. Then play Snooping Newsy. Mill a 5 and a 1. 1 is awkward because we already have a 1, so we can get rid of this for a fish at some point. Green permanent. Don't think they're playing green. It could be Riveteers, I guess, so maybe. This might help them play a green one. Still looking for our red. I want to cast this spell. Yuck. Yuck. I mean, I guess we return the Forge Boss here. Be very mana inefficient in doing so. So return that for the... Then we'll just hit with the Newsy. I'm fine trading Newsy for Body Dropper. Because Body Dropper, if it gets counters, can get out of range of hostile takeover. So I just want to get rid of that now while I can. There's the Forge Boss again. That's a good one, yeah. Good combo if they can find a way to sacrifice that. There's our red. So, we're off to the races here. So let's get in, give it lifelink, and I don't think I'm going to play official because we have hostile takeover. So next turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can do takeover plus court official next turn, killing. We keep this alive, and then assuming they don't play another X4, their board's going to die. But red black is usually pretty low to the ground, so we can probably avoid. Yeah, so that'll die too. Oh, they blitzed it. Okay. So they're going to Forge Boss us to death here. Holding that back. Interesting. Wonder why. So is it worth playing Hostile Takeover to kill these two things? Oh, when this dies, you don't even have to sacrifice it. That's so good. Yeah, all that happens. I don't know how many turns we can just wait around and try to get them, so I might just have to kill their board now. So, black and a red. Wait, what? Thought I did red. Right, red, black, white, and blue for hostile takeover. This becomes a 1/1. This becomes a 4/4. I know it's not the best value. In fact, they even get value out of the witness here, but I've sandbagged board wipes too many times to not just run it out when it's good. Oh, it costs 5, so I still mistapped. Ugh. It's okay, we can still get the fish. And maybe we'll get a better card next turn from the court official. Shakedown Heavy and Orfeo coming? God. And Murder? Alright, so that's basically game. Here comes Shakedown Heavy, and they're just going to keep drawing cards, and oh gosh, what do we even do? We need our own, basically. But it's got Menace, so whatever. Yeah. It's like the third opponent we played in this draft that has had Shakedown Heavy as well. Brutal. Brutal. Alright, well, discard a card, please. And we're not blocking Shakedown Heavy, so let's get in with the fish and end the turn here. Guess we take 6. Oh, look. Another land. Feel my wrath. Alright, so they can like blitz everything here and basically kill us if they wanted to. Yep. Yep. And we have to untap that. Give them a card. Oh god. So we take 6 now, I guess? Yeah, things are happening, things are happening. It doesn't really do much here. Guess we're getting rid of that. Make a fish. And go ahead. The good news is this technically can't kill us. Because we can have them draw cards forever. So I guess we're just going to let them do that. Sure, draw a card. Have another one. What's another card? Elegant Entourage gives something trample. Alright, Dusk Mangler, discard a card. Oh, it doesn't even give you the option to pay 4 life when you're at 4 or below. That's nice for newer players and for misclicks, so at least there's that. No attacks. That was a decent draw. Can we mill them? I doubt it. Okay. So things can start getting death touch now. Gonna have to make them draw another card. Forge Boss is really good with Blitz. Okay, I guess we trade here. We could also do this and trade for Echo Inspector and a fish. And be left with a Mangler and a fish. They have removal. I feel like they would have already used it. So. Well, it does remove something. Does it remove Shakedown Heavy? Or Forge Boss? Forge Boss might even be a bigger problem. Because again, the Shakedown Heavy technically can't kill us. This can. Passively, without even attacking. So let's see how they want to do it. If they play a Blitz creature, I have to kill Forge Boss. Is it blitzed? How can I tell? Yeah, I guess. That's just reminding you what Blitz is. The Blitz cost is the same, so I don't even know. But either way, yeah, we're just going to try to get rid of this one now. Yeah, it is blitzed. Not sure there's a way to find that out before they even put it on the battlefield. Maybe we can deck them. Who knows? This is a problem with it having Death Touch, though. We're gonna have to trade it for Duskmangler and take 2. We could also trade this for a fish and take 2. Either way, we're taking 2, so. Yeah, let's leave ourselves the Duskmangler at the very least. Alright, they're down to 6. Maybe they're down to 5. Are they going to get it? Are they going to get a card? Alright, they're down to 5. Well, that's quite unfortunate. So go ahead. If they have a Blitz creature, we lose. And their deck is full of them. We got close. We got real close. But didn't draw what we needed when we needed to draw it. There it is. So, 5 and 3. Not so bad. I feel like this deck was pretty good. It was a pretty fun deck. I mean, it's a bit different than some of the aggro Riveteers like the ones they had on the other side of the battlefield. I think that deck that they had is one of the better ones in the format. I think Riveteers and red-black aggro sacrifice is really, really good in the format. But either way, 5 and 3, not too bad. We'll take it every day of the week. So thanks so much for tuning in until the end of the video. Stick around to the end screen if you want to see all of our new Capenna drafts in one location. Not yet a trophy on the channel, but it'll be there soon. So thanks so much for tuning in. See you tomorrow for your daily draft.